Hey there, beautiful souls. Stick around to the end. I've got a surprise free gift that'll make your December a lot more exciting. You don't want to miss it. Welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're new, welcome for the first time. And if you're returning, welcome back to the family. 2025 has been a wild cosmic ride. Lessons, breakthroughs, maybe even a few breakdowns. December's astrology ties it all together in ways that might just surprise you. Now, before we dive deeper, take a second to hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and really helps the channel grow. While December might have a rough and confusing start, the vibes turn around as you prepare to wrap up the year. An incredibly strong connection with your inner compass guides you, and you're feeling ready to tackle any obstacle along the way. You'll end 2025 feeling strong and truly determined to make 2026 your best year yet. December 4th's full moon in Gemini spells big changes and redirections that might seem annoying, but in the long run, you'll see why they're needed. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces will feel this the most intensely and will need to manage stress wisely. December 10th, Neptune stations direct, which can bring a shift in how we perceive dreams, illusions, and our spiritual path, potentially leading to a clearer sense of reality. When Mars enters its home sign of Capricorn on December 15th, it brings a powerful surge of energy, discipline, and ambition, making it a great time for focused work and long-term goals. The winter solstice in the northern hemisphere begins when the sun enters Capricorn on December 21st, shifting the focus to structure, responsibility, and long-term planning. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this one is for you. And finally, on Christmas Eve, December 24th, Venus in Capricorn brings a more grounded and practical approach to love, relationships, and finances. All right, hang tight, my friends, because your tarot reading is just ahead. Let's see how these December energies are playing out for you personally. Okay, beautiful souls, this is a reading for Capricorn. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, I will be giving away a free special gift this month, but I'm going to talk more about that at the end of the reading because I know many of you are here just to hear the tarot messages. Please remember, as always, these are general intuitive readings, so messages don't always resonate for everyone. Take what feels good, leave the rest for someone else. Now, I've already shuffled your cards, and I have asked for blessings from the angels, your spirits, your guides, and the universe. So all we have to do now is to find out what messages they want to give you today. All right, Capricorn, well, you have some very interesting energy on the table. You start the month with that Eight of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands, then you have the Knight of Wands, which is interesting, and you end the month with the Four of Swords. And not a surprise, almost every sign that I've done readings for in the month of December has had the Four of Swords come out, and either it has come out in this third week or this fourth week. So no surprise there for me because that's the energy of what happens at the end of the year. But what I really want to start by talking about is this sun. That is the overarching energy of your reading. The overarching energy is your theme, right? It's the theme of your month, and the Sun card is the most positive card in the tarot deck. So it's happiness and success here. For many of you, it is about having perhaps a happy home life or a happy marriage. For some of you, it's just feeling that you have some prosperity and some good health. but you really have the sun shining on you in this month. And I do feel for you that you shine very, very brightly here with this sun in the month of December. Now, I also feel that with this Eight of Pentacles, this is about keeping your head down and working, and it is the card of hard work and the card of taking care of all the details. And really, this guy is literally hammering out his work, and you're going to be hammering it out. So I do feel for you that you are definitely a force to be reckoned with, my friends. And even if it's not in the forefront of everybody's lives, you're certainly doing it, what I would say, behind the scenes. And you are making an effect, even if it is a quiet effect. You are definitely a force to be reckoned with this month. So if anything really needs to get done, you're going to do it. You're going to get it done. You're going to do it without the fanfare. And you're going to pretty much in this first week tie up pretty much any work tasks that need to get done by the end of the year. That's why you have your head down. That's why you're going to hammer it out. You're going to get the work done. And you're going to take care of it now. And then when you take care of it, you can cruise to this relaxing end of the month with this Four of Swords. Okay, so you can, cruise nicely toward that. Now, why do I feel that? Because I kind of feel all of a sudden, you're working hard, but in this second week and this third week here, you kind of move into this different energy, which is, that once packed schedule that you had, well, all of a sudden now it opens up. Okay? It opens up with this Page of Wands, and you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, I got a bit of freedom. And it's an unusual sensation for you, Capricorn, because you either weren't prepared for this, or you're not usually prepared for this, or it's not usually what happens to you at this time of year. But you feel like, oh, now I've got this sense of freedom. And, for someone who's, as I said, pretty accustomed to the jam-packed agenda, well, it feels like a little bit of emptiness almost. Okay? So this might catch you a little bit off guard, I'm going to say, but you're kind of curious to say to yourself at the same time, so now that I got all this time on my hands, what the heck am I going to do with it, right? Should I be socializing? Should I be getting into my hobbies? Should I be cleaning the basement? Should I be painting the house? What should I do with this? You almost feel like you don't know what to do with this emptiness, but you're at the same time, you're quite curious. And you're interested in getting involved in something here. Now, for some of you, with that time on your hands, you might be socializing, which is an okay thing, but, you might also be gossiping, okay, because someone might want to be spilling the dirt, okay, and somebody might want to be, telling you all of their business. So you're going to be interested to be listening to this business because you're very curious about that too, and you're just going to zip it and listen. Okay? So I do feel, rest assured, no matter what happens as you move into this third week with this night, I'm going to say to you, you're never going to be without purpose. Okay? So whatever your purpose is, you might decide to go on vacation. You're definitely going to start a new journey of something maybe that you haven't done before. But I do feel like it's not going to be very long before you kind of get a new task that comes up near the end, or like in that third week. So, and it does rekindle your passion, right? Because that's what these wands are all about, is about passion. Something, this new thing that you get maybe in the third week that is something you've never done before, that's going to create this passion inside of you. And whatever it might be, whatever this project might be, it's going to kind of pull you out of the temporary lull that you felt in the second week because you didn't know what to do with your empty time or your free time, all right? So it's going to reinvigorate your, sense of purpose, and it's going to kind of motivate you, and it's going to help you dive back into the workload or whatever that you want to, your usual hustle that you like to feel. And you'll be on the go, and you'll have plenty of pep in your step, is what I want to say. And, you know, this is pretty much your season too. Let's not forget that, Capricorn, because the sun does literally move into your sign. And there you go. You have the sun literally here. All right. So, you know, I feel like you're just going to have, you know, you're going to be shining brightly as a part of that. But then you guys, I say, you move into that 4th week where you can kind of now cruise into relaxation mode. That's why everybody is getting that card in either the 3rd or 4th week, where people are starting to just cruise more into the holiday season. All right. So Capricorn, let's clarify these cards for you right away with the 8 of Pentacles. Tell me about this hard work. You've got your head down. You're literally banging out. You're tying up loose ends. You're getting the work done that you said you were going to do and that you're going to do. And you're doing it behind the scenes. Nobody else even knows you're doing it. And you're just getting these things done. And you're going to come to somebody and you're going to say, oh, you know what? I took on that, you know, whatever task that nobody's done all year, and I cleaned it up. And people are going to go, oh, I love you, Capricorn. It's like going to give you this, they're going to be so happy that you've taken these things on, and they're just going to look to you with, you know, inspiration and admiration. And that's going to in turn make you feel like this Judgment card, which is like refreshed and renewed, right? And you're feeling this wonderful, like, feeling of new life, new renewal, right? Because you're cleaning all these things up. Cleaning tends to clear the mind and make us feel better, all right? So even when it's a whole bunch of tasks, and people are going to now say to you, you know, you took those tasks on and nobody even thought about it, and now you've taken care of it. So come the new year, it's a fresh start there, okay? That's that Judgment card too. It's a fresh start for all those tasks that you cleaned up. So like maybe there was a whole bunch of accounting that needed to be done, or filing or something like that. But you know, those are just examples. But the idea is you took those things and you worked on them, and nobody was going to do that except for, you know, you did it and didn't tell anybody. And that's okay, because they're going to love you for that. They're going to love you so much that you have the Star card. Okay, there's going to be a lot of, you know, eyes on you in that, because of that. So remember, I was saying that you're the force to be reckoned with, and everybody is going to be very, very happy about you doing this kind of thing. So the stars are aligning for you to get all this work done and get it finished, right? And you're feeling quite optimistic and hopeful about the completion of these tasks as well. You feel good when you know you're going to be able to complete all these things. Okay, we get a sense of accomplishment with the completion of these, you know, little tasks. You have the 6 of Pentacles, which says that you have more than enough. You know, might get a bonus as a result of finishing off these year-end tasks. You might be, you know, making some good money there, but you could also be sharing that with others, or, you know, preparing for the holiday season with this, you know, bonus or whatever money that you're getting for all of these tasks that you're completing and finishing up. Let's get into the Page of Wands. As I said to you, the Page of Wands is now all of a sudden you've got this time on your hands, and you're like, what the heck am I going to do with it? Right? So you're a bit curious. It's a bit of an oddity for you because you're not used to it, but at the same time you're saying, okay, well, I'm willing to see what's out there. Let me try something else. As I said, you could be socializing. Let's find out. Let's see what the clarifiers want to say about the Page of Wands. What do they want to tell us about the Page of Wands? You have this Queen of Wands, which says, yes, you are, you know, used to being very busy, but you don't know what to do with that time. So it's going to be a little bit foreign to you, because she's the card of, you know, getting her hands into everything, and you're kind of like, well, I don't know what to do with that, because I'm not into it. There's nothing left for me to do. Okay, now on another point, she is the card of shining brightly, because she does not apologize for who she is. So it is a reiteration of the message of the sun, that this is your time to be shining brightly. So even if you feel like you're sitting there doing nothing now, it's not like you're still not shining and everybody's not going to notice you. They're going to notice you for having taken care of all of the work that you took care of in that first week. Okay? Let's continue to clarify the Page of Wands. What else do they want to tell you? Wheel of Fortune. This is a good time for you. This is a good period when everything is going in your favor. Even this, you know, I want to say sitting around, but it's not sitting around. It's you sitting, you know, waiting for your next assignment. Okay. I feel like you're waiting for, you know, this is, as I said to you, it's a good period, even just, you know, waiting for your next assignment. Okay. It's a good time, downtime that we all need every once in a while. You are also waiting for news on something. Now that news is going to be happy news for you. That's the Page of Pentacles, and usually is a herald of some good news, and sometimes it's good news financially. So, you know, you take it how it resonates. You know, everybody's situation slightly differently. But we get into that Knight of Wands, and now you've got this new assignment. And this new assignment is a great assignment because, as I said, it's something you've never done before. So it brings back the inspiration to you. It brings back this desire to say, okay, let me get my teeth into it. Let me get back into the hustle and bustle of who I like to be. Let me, you know, take on everything humanly possible, because that's what the Five of Swords is about. You're trying to take them all on, everybody on at the same time, going at it like a maniac. You know, not that that's a bad thing. It's for you, because for you it actually works, Capricorn, right? It actually works for you. Now you have the Devil card that came out, and that's you showing up in your own reading, okay? Because at the end of the day, you like the work. You like to be, you know, in that hustle and bustle, and that is, you know, a bit of the devil is saying that you want to, you know, take control back of your life and take control back of getting into being busy and being chained to that work a little bit. And that's okay for you, because that's where you feel extremely comfortable, right? That's who you are, right, Capricorn? And you have the Page of Cups, which is another page with the page. Here's got 2 pages, right? Heralding more communication. And again, this is good communication because this time it's in cups, so it's fulfilling communication. Definitely you're going to be happy to hear that you've been assigned to something new, and you may even, as I said, be getting some communication that of a financial nature that's going to make you happy. Now we get to the 4th week, and you cruise into holiday mode. Now, Four of Swords is the card of rest, relaxation, recovery. Definitely, if you are, you know, need to get your health back, if you need to, you know, take some time for yourself, this is the time to do it, because, you know, maybe people close over the holiday season for a week or 2, and it's a time for you to reflect on, you know, everything that's happened in the year, not just in the month of December, but certainly reflecting on everything in general. And Knight of Pentacles, deciding how you're going to start off 2026. How you are going to plan it out. It is a card of strategy as well, the Knight of Pentacles, because he has plans and wants to take things one step at a time to make that strategy and plan come out well. Let's continue to clarify. There is another card of, you know, reassessing, stepping back and looking with the Hermit, to saying, oh, let me take a step back and reflect on the year. As I said to you, you definitely will be doing that. And you have the Justice card that came out with that says, okay, let's balance things back out a little bit. All right, Capricorn, let's get you an oracle card. An oracle message, please, for Capricorn for December. you have the card that says change, and this certainly is going to be a bit of a change for you if you've got not much to do like you're used to. Let me get the book and I'll read to you what it says. Okay, let me see. Light is not great in here. The presence of this card signals change on the horizon. Like the falling leaves and twilight sky depicted, a cycle has reached its natural conclusion. Nature reveals that the only constant in life is change itself. By wisely accepting and embracing change, you allow the old to gracefully pass in order to make way for new growth. If change is needed, you can delight in the adventure of a new phase. But if you cling too tightly to the past and carry attachments that no longer serve your highest good, tests may arise. You are always free to choose how best to handle change, but by seeking out the relevant wisdom it brings, you venture forward joyously with hope in your heart and a spring in your stride. Nice card, nice energy there for you. So don't be afraid of this change. Yes, you might change to sitting around doing not much, but guess what? It will change again back into the hustle bustle, and then change again back into the holiday season relaxation. That is a really interesting way to end your reading there, Capricorn. Now, if you stayed with me through to the end, here is the special gift I was talking about at the beginning of this video. As a way to say thank you to everybody who has supported this channel, whether that's through your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your views and watching these videos. Anybody who's new can take me up on this offer as well. If you're new here, this is my way of saying thank you. And here's what I'm offering you: a free 30-minute personal reading. I say that again, free 30-minute personal reading, no money involved whatsoever, absolutely free. So here's how it's going to work. These are going to be available from December 1st to 23rd, and they will be on a first come first serve basis, because clearly my calendar can only handle so many people, and I already have, my calendar's got stuff in it, so that's why whoever says they want one gets slotted in first come first serve. And if I have too many people asking for these, I will start to maybe overflow them into January if necessary. But of course, up to the 23rd is when it can be asked for. And of course, how do you claim this? Well, let me tell you how you claim your free reading, your free gift. What you do is, in the description box below, you will see a link that's an email address. That's how you contact me, and you can reach out to me because you need to let me know what topic it is that you want to discuss, and I will be able to respond to you and reach out to you in kind to schedule your time, because we could be in different time zones, and to send you a private Zoom link, because that's how we're going to do them, over Zoom. All right? I truly hope to connect with you one-on-one soon, but if not, I'll see you here again very soon. Until then, as always, I'm wishing you divine light and love.